The lyrebird does not announce itself visually. It reveals itself through sound. In the dense forests it inhabits, where visibility is limited and movement is costly, sound becomes the dominant currency of presence. Long before the bird is seen, it is heard, and often misunderstood. Calls emerge that do not belong to a single species, but to an entire ecosystem layered into one voice. Evolution guided the lyrebird toward an unusual path. Rather than specializing in speed, camouflage, or aggression, it specialized in memory. The ability to store, reproduce, and recombine sound became its primary adaptation. This was not mimicry as imitation, but mimicry as strategy. Physically, the lyrebird is unassuming until it performs. Its body is built for ground dwelling, with strong legs adapted for scratching leaf litter in search of insects and invertebrates. Flight is secondary, short and deliberate. The forest floor is its domain, and it moves through it with patience rather than urgency. The male lyrebird's tail is among the most elaborate structures in the avian world. Composed of long, ornate feathers, it serves no aerodynamic purpose. Its function is communicative. During displays, the tail arches forward over the body, forming a visual frame around the source of sound. What the female hears is inseparable from what she sees. Sound production in the lyrebird is neurologically demanding. Each call requires precise control of vocal muscles and timing. The bird does not merely copy pitch or rhythm. It captures texture, sequence, and context. Chainsaws, camera shutters, car alarms, when these sounds appear in forests, they become part of the lyrebird's repertoire, absorbed without distinction between natural and artificial. This absorption is not random. The lyrebird selects sounds that convey presence, dominance, and environmental awareness. A complex performance signals a male's age, experience, and cognitive capacity. Simpler songs suggest youth or limited exposure. In this way, sound becomes a proxy for survival history. The forest functions as a library. Each lyrebird carries a unique archive shaped by its surroundings. No two repertoires are identical. A bird raised near streams will sound different from one raised near human trails. Identity becomes localized, acoustic rather than genetic. Territory is maintained not through confrontation, but through projection. A lyrebird broadcasts complexity to discourage rivals and attract mates. The louder and more diverse the soundscape, the stronger the claim. Physical conflict is rare. Sound resolves disputes before bodies ever meet. Listening is as important as singing. The lyrebird constantly monitors its environment, updating its library. Silence is information. New sounds are opportunities. This constant attention creates a feedback loop where awareness fuels performance, and performance reinforces survival. Yet this strategy is not without cost. Energy expenditure is high. Vocal displays can last hours. Mistakes in mimicry can reduce mating success. Memory failure weakens territorial claims. The lyrebird's path demands continuous cognitive engagement. In a world increasingly saturated with artificial noise, the boundaries of the lyrebird's adaptation are being tested. But for now, in the filtered light of forest industries, sound remains its most powerful tool. The forest is rarely silent, but silence is not what defines it. What defines the forest is memory. Every snapped twig, every wingbeat, every distant call is absorbed into the living fabric of the environment. Among all creatures that inhabit this layered acoustic world, none understands sound as deeply, or wields it as precisely, as the lyrebird. The lyrebird does not merely hear its surroundings. It studies them, it catalogues them, it recreates them with a fidelity that challenges the boundary between biological instinct and conscious intelligence. When a lyrebird sings, the forest listens to itself. Native to the temperate rainforests and eucalyptus woodlands of southeastern Australia, the lyrebird is a ground-dwelling bird whose evolutionary path diverged early from many modern songbirds. Its ancestry traces back millions of years, to a time when Australia's ecosystems were reshaping themselves in isolation. This isolation did not weaken complexity. It refined it. Physically, the lyrebird appears almost unassuming when not in display. Earth-tone feathers allow it to vanish into leaf litter. Strong legs and clawed feet are adapted for relentless foraging, scratching through soil and decomposing vegetation in search of insects, larvae, spiders, and worms. Flight is possible, but rarely preferred. The lyrebird trusts the ground. The ground feeds it, hides it, and amplifies its sounds. But the true signature of the lyrebird lies not in what it eats or how it moves, but in how it communicates. Male lyrebirds possess one of the most elaborate tail structures in the avian world. During mating displays, this tail is raised forward over the body, forming a shimmering arch of feathers that frames the bird like an organic cathedral. The tail itself is not merely decorative. It is symbolic. It signals time, maturity, and mastery. Only older males can fully perform the lyrebird's legendary vocal repertoire. Mimicry is not automatic. It is learned. It is practiced. It is perfected over years of attentive listening and repetition. A young lyrebird begins with basic calls, gradually layering complexity as its neurological pathways develop. By adulthood, a single male may reproduce dozens, sometimes hundreds, of distinct sounds. These sounds include other birds, mammals, insects, and increasingly, the artifacts of human presence. Camera shutters, chainsaws, car alarms, dog barks, even fragments of human speech. The lyrebird does not discriminate between natural and artificial. To it, sound is sound. If it exists within the environment, it is worth remembering. This ability is not a party trick. It is a survival strategy shaped by sexual selection. Females evaluate males based on accuracy, diversity, and endurance. A male that can convincingly recreate the acoustic complexity of the forest demonstrates not only physical health, but cognitive resilience. He proves that he has survived long enough to learn the forest's full vocabulary. Sound becomes a resume. In this way, the lyrebird transforms imitation into identity. Its song is not its own voice alone, but a composite reflection of everything it has encountered. Each performance is unique, shaped by geography, season, and human proximity. No two lyrebird songs are ever truly identical, because no two forests sound the same. The forest speaks through the lyrebird, but the lyrebird also reshapes the forest in return. By foraging extensively through leaf litter, it aerates soil, accelerates decomposition, and redistributes nutrients. This behavior increases insect diversity and promotes plant regeneration. The bird's physical presence engineers the ecosystem as much as its song preserves it. Yet despite its influence, the lyrebird remains elusive. It avoids open areas, retreats quickly when disturbed, and relies on camouflage rather than confrontation. Predators such as foxes, cats, and birds of prey pose ongoing threats, particularly in regions affected by habitat fragmentation. Fire, deforestation, and climate instability further pressure populations. Still, the lyrebird endures. It adapts, it listens, and as long as it listens, the forest remembers itself. To understand the lyrebird is to understand attention. In an age defined by distraction, the lyrebird represents the opposite extreme, total immersion. Every sound matters. Every variation is recorded. This level of auditory awareness requires a neurological architecture that rivals some mammals in complexity. The lyrebird's brain devotes a disproportionate amount of neural tissue to auditory processing and memory. Unlike birds whose songs are genetically fixed, lyrebird vocalizations are almost entirely learned. This places them in a rare cognitive category alongside parrots and corvids, species known for problem-solving and long-term memory. But the lyrebird's intelligence is not abstract. It is contextual. It understands timing, sequence, and emotional resonance. When a lyrebird mimics an alarm call, it does so with correct urgency. When it recreates another bird's mating song, it preserves rhythm and pitch. This accuracy suggests not just mimicry, but comprehension at a functional level. The forest itself becomes a classroom. Each dawn and dusk offers lessons. Each season introduces new voices. Over time, the lyrebird builds a sonic map of its territory. This map is dynamic, constantly updated as the environment changes. Human influence has added new layers to this acoustic archive. In some regions, lyrebirds have incorporated construction noises, vehicle sounds, and electronic tones into their songs. These additions are not random. They reflect dominance within the soundscape. Loud, persistent noises are learned because they are impossible to ignore. In this sense, the lyrebird acts as a living recorder of environmental disruption. Its song becomes evidence, a historical record encoded in biology rather than technology. Socially, lyrebirds are largely solitary. Outside of mating season, interactions are minimal. Each bird maintains a loosely defined territory, marked more by sound than by physical boundaries. Vocal displays serve both attraction and deterrence, reducing the need for physical conflict. During breeding season, males clear display courts on the forest floor. These stages are meticulously maintained, free of debris, optimized for acoustics and visibility. When a female approaches, the male initiates his performance, blending mimicry and original calls into a continuous, evolving composition. There is no fixed script. The performance adapts in real time, responding to the female's movement, attention, and reactions. This improvisational quality elevates the display from instinct to art. Reproduction is selective. Females invest heavily in evaluation. Only the most skilled performers succeed, ensuring that cognitive ability and longevity are passed forward. The result is a population shaped as much by intelligence as by physical fitness. Nesting and chick rearing fall entirely to the female. Nests are hidden structures, often built against tree bases or rock faces. The single egg represents an enormous investment. Survival depends on concealment, silence, and timing. Young lyrebirds remain dependent for months, gradually learning the sounds of their environment. They listen long before they speak. Mistakes are common. Practice is constant. Mastery takes years. Threats remain persistent. Introduced predators, habitat loss, and increased fire frequency challenge lyrebird populations. Yet their adaptability offers hope. Their ability to integrate change without losing identity is rare in the animal kingdom. The lyrebird does not resist change. It absorbs it, and in doing so, it reminds the forest of what it once was and what it is becoming. The ecological role of the lyrebird extends far beyond sound. As an ecosystem engineer, its daily routines quietly shape the structure and health of forest environments. Few animals interact with the forest floor as intensively or as consistently. By turning over leaf litter while foraging, lyrebirds accelerate nutrient cycling. This activity exposes seeds, fungi, and microorganisms to air and moisture, increasing decomposition rates and promoting soil fertility. Studies have shown that areas frequented by lyrebirds exhibit higher invertebrate diversity and healthier undergrowth. This behavior also reduces fuel loads, subtly influencing fire dynamics. In fire-prone landscapes, such contributions are not trivial. They represent a form of natural mitigation embedded in behavior rather than design. The lyrebird's presence therefore stabilizes systems that appear chaotic on the surface. It balances growth and decay, silence and sound. Culturally, the lyrebird holds a unique place in human imagination. Indigenous Australian communities recognized its significance long before scientific classification. Stories depict the lyrebird as a messenger, a storyteller, a keeper of memory. Its mimicry was understood not as deception, but as preservation. Modern science echoes this interpretation. Bioacoustics research increasingly uses lyrebirds as indicators of ecosystem health. A rich, diverse lyrebird song suggests a thriving environment. A simplified song may signal loss. Climate change introduces new uncertainties. Altered rainfall patterns, increased temperatures, and shifting vegetation zones will inevitably change the forest soundscape. The lyrebird will adapt, but adaptation has limits. Conservation efforts focus on habitat protection, predator control, and fire management. Preserving large, contiguous forest areas remains the most effective strategy. The lyrebird does not migrate far. It depends on stability. Education plays a role as well. The lyrebird's charisma offers an entry point into broader ecological awareness. Through fascination, concern is born. Through concern, action becomes possible. The lyrebird teaches without instruction. It demonstrates intelligence without technology. It archives without writing. In a world increasingly dominated by artificial sound, the lyrebird stands as a reminder that listening is a survival skill. At the end of the forest path, when human footsteps fade and machinery falls silent, the lyrebird remains. It waits, it listens, it prepares its next performance, not for applause, but for continuity. The lyrebird's legacy is not dominance, speed, or strength. It is memory. In its song lives the echo of vanished birds, altered rivers, and forests reshaped by time. It does not judge these changes. It records them. This is its quiet power. As long as the lyrebird sings, the forest has a voice. And as long as that voice is heard, the story of the natural world remains unfinished.